The idea that people think that they know you, I think because of how intrusive media is these days. There's people care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you.
They say Hollywood never sleeps, and neither do the rumors swirling around it. One moment, two beloved stars are simply living their lives. Then suddenly social media is exploding with questions about a supposed feud. It's a situation Justin, Baldoni, and Blake Lively both found themselves in recently, when online chatter hinted at hidden tension between them. For fans who admire their warmth and down-to-earth personalities, the prospect of them clashing seemed baffling. Yet the internet did what it does best. It magnified speculation, turning a single spark of gossip into a wildfire of theories. Amid all the whispers, the question surfaced. How would the people who truly know Justin respond? After all, if there's anyone who can speak to a person's character, it's those who have spent time with him in the industry. As the rumors reached a fever pitch, a chorus of celebrity voices began chiming in, not to stoke the flames, but to emphasize Justin's genuine nature, empathy, and generous spirit. From co-stars to fellow advocates, these voices revealed a version of Justin that runs counter to the internet's attempt at painting him in conflict. But why does any of this matter? Because behind every headline is a real human being, and behind every rumor is an opportunity to reflect on how easily online chatter can shape our perceptions. In a world where tidbits of drama can overshadow the bigger picture, stories like this remind us that sometimes the best thing to do is to look at a person's long-standing actions rather than a single questionable rumor.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. This is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I mean, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh, really? Because I just have one on my list. I don't have anyone on my list.
Today, we'll uncover how 10 different celebrities, ranging from actors to musicians, came forward to defend Justin Baldoni during this wave of speculation. Their accounts paint a picture of a man driven by kindness, integrity, and a sincere desire to make a positive impact. Let's delve into the details and see what they had to say. Whispers about a disagreement between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively didn't materialize overnight. Many fans speculate that it may have started with a harmless, possibly ambiguous, social media exchange. Others believe it was triggered by a misunderstood comment in an interview, where one of them made a generic statement that people swiftly linked to the other. In an era where a few words can be spun into an entire narrative, that's all it takes to fuel a digital storm. Before long, forums and comment sections were ablaze. Headlines like, "Did Justin Baldoni subtly call out Blake Lively?" began popping up in clickbait corners of the internet. The narrative grew legs as strangers online added their own interpretations. While neither Justin nor Blake directly addressed the topic with any detail, fans clamored for insights from anyone close to either star. As speculation grew, supporters of both celebrities voiced confusion. After all, Blake is well known for her philanthropic work and comedic wit, while Justin has built a reputation as a compassionate individual working to redefine masculinity in a positive light. On the surface, they seem like they'd get along great. Yet the sheer power of internet speculation threatened to rewrite the story. Who to believe? That's when other voices in Hollywood began to weigh in. Instead of fueling the alleged tension, they rallied around Justin, sharing personal anecdotes that contradicted any idea of him being combative or problematic. Step by step, a clearer picture of Justin's character emerged, providing a counter-narrative to the rumor mill.
The idea that people think that they know you, I think because of how intrusive media is these days. People care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you.
In this section by section look at those defenders, we'll see the many facets of who Justin Baldoni is, beyond unverified gossip. One of the earliest and most vocal supporters was Gina Rodriguez, a co-star who forged a close working relationship with Justin on a popular television series. Their characters on screen had palpable chemistry, but what stood out even more to fans was the genuine camaraderie they shared off camera. Gina had long praised Justin for his relentless positivity, describing how he would often be the first one on set, greeting everyone from castmates to lighting technicians with an enthusiastic, Smile. When rumors of a feud between Justin and Blake Lively started making waves, Gina didn't hesitate to chime in. Without naming names or fueling drama, she posted a heartfelt message on social media highlighting Justin's uplifting spirit. In her words, he was someone who leads with empathy and inspires everyone around him to be kinder. Gina shared anecdotes of how, during taxing filming schedules, Justin would organize small gatherings so the cast and crew could decompress and bond as a family.
Believing that people and humanity are inherently good, and they crave nutritious food in their soul, just as they do in their body.
She also recounted how he openly discussed issues like mental health, stress, and the importance of staying grounded, conversations that helped foster a more supportive environment on set. For anyone who's worked closely in an ensemble cast, such gestures can be invaluable. According to Gina, Justin's willingness to listen and engage in honest dialogue set him apart. If he noticed someone struggling, he'd pull them aside, ask if they needed anything, and often help them find resources or moral support. Gina's perspective is that a person this committed to caring for others would never deliberately stir conflict, particularly not with someone who also has a track record of charitable work like Blake Lively. Gina's message was clear. If you truly know Justin, you understand that picking fights or harboring grudges isn't in his DNA. Her words resonated with fans who trust her genuine insight into Justin's day-to-day behavior. In many ways, Gina's stance set the tone for what would follow as more celebrities stepped up, each adding their own puzzle piece to the picture of who Justin Baldoni really is.
We don't realize there's a whole nother group of women and men that are for looking a certain way, and my wife has a lot of trauma from growing up. And
Lily Collins, admired for her thoughtful interviews and introspective social media posts, was another voice to quickly jump into the conversation surrounding Justin. Though she hasn't co-starred with him in a lengthy production, she encountered Justin during multiple industry events and found his energy uplifting. Lily once described how, at a particularly stressful period in her career, she reached out to Justin for advice. She was surprised by how generous he was with his time, walking her through potential strategies to maintain her authenticity while navigating Hollywood's often unrelenting spotlight. When the rumors about a Justin-Blake rift surfaced, Lily didn't offer a blunt, confrontational statement. Instead, she opted to underscore Justin's penchant for building bridges, emphasizing how he invests energy into fostering healthy connections, not dismantling them. Lily has been open about her own journey in the public eye, sharing candid stories of overcoming challenges in both professional and personal realms. In Justin, she saw someone similarly willing to talk about vulnerability, someone who's unafraid, to show that life in entertainment isn't always glamorous. For Lily, that aligned with her value system, reinforcing her belief that Justin stands for compassion rather than conflict. Meanwhile, singer-songwriter Shawn Mendes contributed his own take on Justin's character. Known for songs that emphasize sincerity and emotional openness, Shawn related an anecdote where he reached out to Justin for tips on coping with internet criticism. By then, Justin had already established himself as an advocate for respectful discourse and thoughtful engagement on social media. He urged Shawn to remain true to his values and to never lose sight of why you started making music in the first place. Shawn later mentioned in an interview that the best advice he received boiled down to finding real human connections amid the digital noise, a perspective Justin champions repeatedly. Though Shawn never mentioned Blake Lively by name, he hinted that someone who's so consistently supportive online is unlikely to thrive on conflict behind the scenes. Shawn's story gave fans a glimpse of a Justin Baldoni who invests time in younger artists, encouraging them to keep their hearts intact in a high-pressure world. It's a narrative that doesn't exactly mesh with the image of a combative star, rumored to be in a feud. Instead, it highlights Justin's desire to see others succeed, a trait that left people questioning whether the alleged tension with Blake could really be true. Emma Watson, revered for her dedication to equality and her philanthropic initiatives, first crossed paths with Justin Baldoni during a panel on modern masculinity. At that event, Justin made an impassioned plea for men to embrace vulnerability, share their stories openly, and support one another in cultivating a more understanding environment for everyone. Emma later spoke publicly about how refreshing it was to find a male advocate in the entertainment industry who was actively promoting values similar to those she'd championed, such as equity and empathy. Though Emma has remained discreet about the rumored friction between Justin and Blake, she has consistently spoken about how Justin walks the talk. She recalled that after the panel concluded, Justin stayed long past his scheduled slot, engaging with students, staff, and fellow advocates about topics ranging from mental health to gender roles. Emma perceived him as someone genuinely eager to learn from others, not just lecture them. That willingness to see others' perspectives, she hinted, is often a key sign of someone who isn't prone to petty feuds. Harry Styles, similarly known for his progressive stances and messages of inclusivity, mentioned Justin in a relaxed backstage interview about positivity in show business. Harry joked that he typically keeps an eye out for people who quietly make a difference without proclaiming their good deeds to the world, and Justin was top of mind. He described Justin as a man who lights up a room by genuinely caring about each person, whether they're A-list celebrities or stagehands working behind the scenes. Harry's endorsement carried extra weight given his massive fan base, which tends to be protective of individuals Harry praises. Though Harry didn't single out anyone involved in the rumors, his strong affirmation that Justin is one of the kindest guys out there guided many fans to question whether the speculation about a conflict with Blake was just hype. After all, a random rumor is one thing, but repeated testaments from respected figures is quite another. Anyone who follows Mindy Kaling's comedic storytelling knows she's quick to spot authenticity in others. When asked about Justin Baldoni, in an interview focusing on collaboration in Hollywood, Mindy gave a glimpse of an actor who goes out of his way to show appreciation for the unsung heroes of a set. She reminisced about the time Justin dropped by her show's production studio, bearing small, personalized gifts for the crew. Often, guest stars will bring a token of gratitude for the main cast, but Mindy recalled being floored by how Justin extended that gratitude to lighting technicians, production assistants, and background extras, people who rarely get recognized publicly. Mindy felt that such actions speak volumes about a person's real character. If someone invests in positivity, that quietly, with no cameras rolling, it suggests a level of sincerity that's hard to fake. While Mindy didn't address the rumor about a feud head-on, her comments seemed to refute the idea that Justin would be locked in an acrimonious dispute with another celebrity. The Justin she described is all about forging connections and uplifting those around him, not feeding a gossip cycle with negativity. Yara Shahidi, known for her activism and commitment to social change, also shared her admiration for Justin's efforts. She once invited him to speak at a youth summit on empathy and leadership, recalling how he spent the entire day not only delivering a keynote, but also engaging with attendees one-on-one. Yara emphasized that Justin's approach was dialogue-based. He didn't come in with a rehearsed speech and vanish. Instead, he listened to personal experiences from each young person who approached him, offering feedback and actionable advice. For Yara, it was a testament to his belief in uplifting the next generation. Shortly after rumors concerning a Justin Blake feud surged online, Yara posted a general statement about how sometimes internet chatter can overshadow genuine humanitarian work. She didn't mention names, but many observers interpreted the timing as a nod to Justin's situation. In her view, it's regrettable when speculation about conflicts distracts from the real contributions people are making to society. Like Mindy, Yara hinted that the Justin she knows is far more focused on unity than division. Tom Holland's rise in the film industry has been meteoric, bringing him into contact with an array of established actors and behind-the-scenes veterans. During an appearance on a lighthearted talk show, Tom recalled crossing paths with Justin when they were working in adjacent studio spaces. According to Tom, Justin had a knack for organizing small group gatherings, impromptu lunches, coffee breaks, or casual hangouts, where people from different teams could mingle and break the ice. These gestures, Tom noted, were particularly appreciated by junior crew members who might otherwise feel isolated or intimidated in such a large-scale production environment. Tom explained that genuine camaraderie, fostered by people like Justin, can drastically improve the morale on set. When questioned about whether he'd heard the rumors of a conflict involving Justin, Tom sidestepped directly naming anyone. Instead, he stated that Justin's modus operandi is to bring people together, not tear them apart. For Tom, that alone was enough to cast doubt on the credibility of any feud story. Selena Gomez, meanwhile, has long championed mental health advocacy and kindness, using her platform to encourage people to look beyond surface-level judgments. During a casual live stream where she answered fan questions, one viewer asked if she'd heard any gossip about Justin's alleged clash. Selena responded by urging people not to jump to conclusions. She then highlighted how she had once attended a charity function, where Justin spent a considerable amount of time speaking to younger attendees about philanthropy and the value of small acts of kindness. Selena described Justin as the kind of person who makes everyone feel seen, noting how his attention to detail and empathy left a strong impression. She wrapped up her thoughts by saying she's more inclined to believe in what she's personally witnessed rather than rumors. Given Selena's history of advocating for positivity, her stance added yet another layer to the narrative that Justin Baldoni is a beacon of goodwill, someone whose real-life actions run contrary to the internet's storyline about friction with Blake Lively. America Ferrera is no stranger to grassroots activism and cause-oriented projects. She once collaborated with Justin on a campaign aimed at encouraging college students to engage in healthy dialogues about relationships and respect. In describing her experience, America applauded Justin's humility, recalling how he often insisted on learning just as much from the students as they learned from him. After the campaign wrapped, students openly spoke about how Justin's willingness to hear them out made them feel validated and more open to discussing vulnerable topics. When asked if she had any insight into the rumored tension involving Justin, America chose not to speak about specifics. Instead, she pointed to the importance of looking at someone's track record of kindness, urging people to remember that behind every celebrity is a human being with genuine intentions. She expressed confidence that those who know Justin well wouldn't be swayed by sensational headlines or unconfirmed gossip. Interestingly, while many celebrities have stepped forward to share positive stories about Justin, Blake Lively has remained mostly silent about the rumors. She hasn't addressed the topic directly in any lengthy statement, leaving fans to wonder what, if anything, might have triggered all the speculation in the first place. Some guess it could have been a simple misunderstanding or a fleeting difference of opinion magnified by viral tweets. Others suspect the rumor might have been entirely fabricated from thin air. Regardless, the bigger picture reveals a host of credible voices echoing the same sentiment, that Justin Baldoni embodies generosity, empathy, and respect. From Gina Rodriguez's heartfelt praise to America Ferrera's level-headed reminder to consider someone's consistent actions, these testimonials underscore an essential truth. Rumors can be loud, but true character speaks even louder. In a digital landscape where fleeting gossip can overshadow years of genuine behavior, watching this wave of support for Justin Baldoni has been a refreshing counterpoint. Each celebrity highlighted a different facet of Justin's personality: his empathy on set, his genuine interest in uplifting others, and his drive to foster meaningful, face-to-face connections in a business often plagued by superficiality. Fans, the alleged feud between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively remains in a fog of unverified theories. Neither star has come forward with a clear explanation or a direct denial, leaving the public to speculate on whether there ever was any significant issue at all. Yet, in the absence of concrete evidence, the more compelling story may be how swiftly people rallied around Justin, illustrating the strength of authentic relationships in an industry often criticized for insincerity. Hollywood thrives on buzz. New film releases, talk show interviews, red carpet appearances, and, yes, controversies. But sometimes the real narrative is hidden beneath the sensational headlines. In Justin's case, the repeated endorsements from co-stars, fellow activists, and popular musicians indicate that he's far more than just a rumored participant in a feud. He's someone who has consistently invested time and effort in championing compassion, advocating positive values, and listening to those around him. It's a powerful reminder that behind every trending rumor, real people are involved. People with careers, families, and personal missions that span well beyond any fleeting drama. Ultimately, we can't know for sure whether Justin and Blake have ever experienced genuine tension. What we can see is that countless individuals across the entertainment spectrum consider Justin someone worth defending. Their stories speak to his years of quiet benevolence, a track record that no rumor has been able to erase. In a world quick to sensationalize, perhaps the lesson is to watch how people treat one another consistently, day after day. Over time, authenticity cannot be faked, and dedication to kindness becomes evident in every anecdote shared by those who know you best. That's the real takeaway from this string of celebrities rallying around Justin Baldoni. that sincerity and empathy are stronger forces than any passing wave of speculation. Whether or not the rumors about tension with Blake Lively ever gain more traction, these testimonials will remain, offering a timeless reminder to look beyond the gossip and see people for who they truly are.